Hi, my name is Peter. I'm 22 years old, and for the past 8 years, I've been living on the road and off the grid with my family, documenting our journey on our YouTube, The Epic Family Road Trip. Today, I'm sharing my adventures on my own channel, The Adventure Guys. My dream is to show you the remote places of the world by land, air, and sea, and to one day buy some land and build a homestead. Well, welcome back to the Adventure Guys YouTube channel, everyone. It's been a pretty crazy past few months. Prepping for winter has been one of the #1 things I've been working on, but before that, I was on an expedition overland film trip, which was for a few weeks. It was an epic time. And when I came back, it was pretty much full swing into this winter preparation, getting my sailboats out of the water, getting them prepped for winter, getting the whole island ready, which has been a chore for the whole family. Daniel, Mom, Dad, and I have all been working really hard on that so that we will be as prepared as we can be for the winter to come. So stay tuned for this next episode and tons of exciting stuff coming up over the next few months and years as we move forward with our adventures. This pine is super light. It's been dead standing timber for a long time. So we're gonna use this to split it into small pieces of kindling to get fires going. Because now that we got all that good hardwood on the island, we'll use the softwood like this to get the fires started because it gets hot really, really quick. Today I'm heading south to pick up a snowmobile I recently purchased. My plan was to rent a U-Haul trailer when I got down there, but after making a bunch of phone calls, I realized there were none available in the area. My cousin William kindly offered to help me out with a truck and trailer.
Enough? Over? Yeah.
So it's pretty exciting heading to pick up my snowmobile now. I got a used 2021 Polaris that I'm going to be taking up north, so that way we have a better vehicle for the ice and slush and just more conditions than what the snow dogs could handle, like what we experienced last year when it got really slushy. We could not cross the lake, so this will be a much better sled for that, and then also for some winter adventures hopefully once the snow starts flying. So we're gonna head over and pick up this sled. All right, well, we made it to the dealer here where the snowmobile is being held. We're gonna go sign the paperwork and officially get it, and then be on our way. We're here late though, so it's super nice of them to hang around and do this for us. We drove all the way from the island, but this is fun. We'll get her loaded up and then bring it back up north.
So this little Polaris Star, you can basically just push that button, brings up all your menus, hit your gauges, that goes back to where we just were. Over here at maps, that shows all your maps. All these little blue lines, that's actually your trails.
Okay.
So yeah, up on the lake, you can actually see like where all the trails are up and around us. It's awesome.
Nice. Sweet.
So are you a Van Stralen boy too? Yeah. You up at the lake as well?
Not full time. I come visit all the time. A real rip down there with the sleds.
So I grabbed a spare belt and some oil, and William got it loaded up in the trailer, so we'll check it out when we're back home. This is exciting. It's awesome. My first ever snowmobile. It's pretty fun. So I really look forward to getting this up north, and I might take it across the lake before the ice starts freezing so that it's at the island inside. But yeah, here's the machine.
Every time I've loaded on this trailer, it's slammed my head. You don't realize it?
It's such a fun feeling to get a new machine like this and be able to have new adventures this winter. A good secure way to be getting to and from the island once the ice is pretty good, and hopefully get into some snow and have some fun adventures camping and doing other things this winter with this awesome snow machine.
29 petrol payment or okay, give me the other one. What's up, guys? We're gonna be chilling. We're gonna be chilling. It's not good. Turn it way up. Have you ever done this in your life before? Never, actually.
We unloaded my sled at our cousin's shop until tomorrow morning. It was a great time to catch up with some of the guys after a few months apart. My cousin Frederick and I have recently been learning how to play guitar, and so we used the opportunity to practice our strumming late into the night. But that didn't keep us from getting up early the next morning to go pick up my snowmobile and take it over to the wash bay for a good clean. Just washed the sled now. It's got a bit of dust on it from just sitting around. It's always fun with a new machine, making every mistake possible.
It's not going.
I just thought like maybe I have to hit a certain RPM or something for it to kick in. We decided to leave the snowmobile down south for the time being, but it won't be long before it makes it up north, since my cousins are coming up soon to help shut down the island before the ice freezes on the lake. It was dark when I got back to the lake and made it just ahead of some winter weather that rolled in overnight. Well, today headed up with my dad. They're back from their trip, and we are getting my sailboat. It's been in storage up here for the past few weeks, so we're heading up there now to take it back to the marina. So Dad and I are gonna strap her down, get it behind the Jeep, and then take it back to the marina where we can then offload it and get it prepped, like covered with a tarp and prepped for winter time. Right about here is the best. The Jeep towed it good, made it back to where she'll sit for the rest of the winter. So we'll get her unhitched, grab some of the gear out, and then come back in a bit to cover it up and have it fully prepped for winter.
Yeah, so I think we did a good job tying it all down and everywhere we could, so should protect it for the rest of the winter.
Keep backing up so I can just push this forward. Yeah, it's just filming it bang around. This is the hard part. Push down on it. Just getting the laser in. I left it a bit long this season, so it's covered in some snow and a little bit of ice, but we're letting her drain out. I'll brush all the snow off.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's about it there. Ouch.
Well, we just got word that the ice may have actually froze across the whole narrow section between the marina and halfway across the lake towards us. So Dad, Dan, and I are gonna head out and check it out and see if we can break it with the two boats, or if we're stuck in here for the time being. But yeah, we're gonna go check it out. I'm gonna take the drone so that we can see a little further ahead and see towards the end of the lake and what the condition of the ice is. There's the ice already coming through the narrows. And from the picture we saw from the marina owners, it's ice all the way to the marina, and almost that whole side of the lake is frozen already. Probably go straight there, as short of spot of ice as possible. We can just go up and poke it. Seems pretty thick already, like an inch or two.
It's too much to break too.
It's weak ice here.
You can see the slushy stuff, but
yeah, it's 2 or 3 inches of slush here. That's pretty hard. It'll break at least on the edges here. Let me try poking that. Definitely gets to real ice up here.
It's gonna be worse in the back.
Yeah, the narrows opens up, but then as we get closer, it'll definitely get worse. At least it does break.
We're riding right up top. Yeah, I don't know. Be a long journey.
The ice even on the edge here is about 2 inches thick at least, and I just had the drone up and flew it ahead to check out the bay, and the bay is completely solid. So we have a few little patchy sections here since it's the newest ice that's kind of growing on the lake. But out there it's been frozen for probably a couple days and is only getting thicker. So I doubt we could push through it, at least not with the time of day that we have left. It's already 2:30 and it gets dark at 4. We don't want to be punching through the ice in the dark. It's kind of too bad the ice froze so soon. We were hoping to get out tomorrow, actually, Dan and I, to go with a realtor and look at a property that we have some interest in for our cabin building. But this is also kind of a good sign, at least, that we're gonna have a better winter than what it was last year, and even the first year that we stayed up here all winter, because that took till about mid-January for us to even try with the snow dogs to get out for the first time on the ice. So hopefully with the progression the ice is making and how cold it's been and steady snow and everything, the lake will freeze up, and then we can head out again on snowmobiles and go look at the property and start planning for that whole new adventure that's coming up soon, and a whole new stage of life for us. It's almost time to put these away, eh?
Yeah. It'll be we'll see how the ice goes, but yeah, it's really sounds about it.
Well, with temperatures dropping and ice beginning to form in the boathouse, we decided to put the boats away for the season. There's a pulley system in the boathouse, which allows us to pull the boats out of the lake, drain any water that may be in the lower part of the engine, as well as in the boat, and then add fuel stabilizer to the fuel tanks.
Yeah, that's one side. Check that in there.
Okay, is that one away from the other chain so they don't pinch it in there?
It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Is that about high enough?
Yeah. Probably have to go up a little bit, I guess.
We'll let that drain and then maybe go up a bit later. We should lift the engine. Want to just go boop.
Is it unplugged from gas?
No. Right here.
Well, we've got just about everything that's needed to be prepped for winter all done. The sailboat's covered, both of them. Taking the boats out of the water since the channel froze a lot sooner than what we thought. And yeah, we're just getting cozy here on the island. We're gonna start collecting some stuff for Christmas, like our Christmas tree, stuff to make garlands and other nice accessories for the cabin over the winter and over Christmas. Right now I'm standing in a project. If you follow Dan Van Strelen and his channel, you'll see that he's been working off and on this little cabin here. This was an old storage cabin that was long decrepit and fallen down, and he took it apart and started to put it back together, really with the intention of to rebuild the cabin and restore it to its former glory. I think 50% of that, or if not more, 60% of the intention was to hone his log cabin skills, stuff like scribing and notching and peeling logs and sizing up stuff in order to build a cabin of any size. And we're a little under halfway there. It's probably 30% of the way done. Walls are almost halfway up, and there's been a bit of a pause on this while he's been working on other projects, but it's actually kind of at a good time for me anyway to hop in and start helping, because over the past few months, Dan and I have been really looking at finding an off-grid property of our own to purchase and then start working on. And we're getting close to finding our ideal place and starting this next adventure, which is going to be building cabins, building our homes in the woods and homesteads, which, as I said from the very beginning of this channel, is one of my main dreams. I want to travel the world, of course, by land, air, and sea, if at all possible. And I want to buy an off-grid property and build a homestead for myself and future family. So this is a really, really exciting time, because woodworking and cabin building is something Dan and I have a very keen interest in. And I mean, we live in a log cabin right now. Dan lives in his cabin here on a beautiful island, but it's kind of like finished product of someone else's work. All the cabins are built. It's in an ideal, beautiful place, and we get to live up here and do the odd project. But going out on our own, finding some remote property with nothing on it, and starting from scratch, I think will be a true test and a really fun adventure for both of us. That's really where I'm going to be putting all of my thought and effort and time learning over the next year at the very least in order to build this place. So the adventure, guys, is going to be moving a lot towards the off-grid homesteading. I'm also going to be doing as much sailing and stuff when the summer comes and riding on my bike that I can in the meantime. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am for this next step into the unknown, this next big adventure for both Dan and I. I'll be mostly covering myself, but I want to film both of us because it's pretty fun. It's cool to be going and doing this with your brother. Something this crazy. So I look forward to filming the both of us working in the woods and just trying to make a home that we can survive the next winter to come. This cabin will serve to be, over the next few weeks, where I learn and hone my skills in scribing techniques and notching. So stay tuned for all that stuff. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you especially to all my patrons who stayed on board during the last 2 months, especially when I haven't really been publishing and working on other things. It's going to get super busy, but now with my own YouTube from here on out. So it's going to be a good time to stay along and a lot of fun in the future.